Bring in BuzzFeed President John Steinberg. All right, John, your company's red hot. Facebook is now red hot. LinkedIn's red hot. Yelp actually hotter than all of them together. But are you getting a little bit worried about the exuberance now?
No, I don't think it's exuberance, Brian. I mean, what's interesting is this is the stuff that we talked about, every time I come on, and Cramer's been the only one who's really agreed with me, which is, if you look at Facebook, they're making a successful transition to mobile. They've done it despite all the doubters. 40% of their revenue coming from mobile now. Look at LinkedIn, 33% of the people accessing them now on mobile devices. These are companies that have increasing engagement, increasing mobile monetization, and the ad products, just like we have, of sponsored content in the feed that works orders of magnitude better than display. So it's a positioning as part of this big transition that's going on in media right now.
Where do you see the transition ultimately ending up, John? I mean, when I look at the platforms, right, I mean, I can see the advantages of all. I can see the advantages of BuzzFeed. But what I can't see is everybody existing in their current form in a couple of years.
I think it's going to be massively disruptive. When you look at the New York Times article on Monday about the aging of the television audience, young people are not watching television in the numbers they used to. They're certainly not subscribing to newspapers. It's completely wide open right now. People are going to be getting their news, especially young people, 18 to 34, from online. There's a whole new crop of media companies that are arising around it, and a whole new crop of technology companies like LinkedIn that's increasingly going into content right now. On the conference call, Wiener talked about how the influencer program that they have on LinkedIn, and the LinkedIn Today is one of the big drivers in engagement and more page views. Julia Boorstin actually started it out in the influencer program today as well. So now you can get your Julia Boorstin on LinkedIn instead of CNBC.
In addition to CNBC, John, but I think you do make a good point that what's happening is there's a shift to mobile. Everyone walks around all the time with these mobile devices, and what that shift to mobile is doing is it's changing the way advertising works. Instead of display ads being the way that people get advertising online, advertisers are realizing in order to get their message across on these smaller devices, they have to make their ads more like content. That's what BuzzFeed does. That's what LinkedIn is doing. That's what Facebook and Twitter are doing. And I think this sea change towards more content-like advertising will effectively have ads being more targeted, more useful, and less annoying. And I think that this world of, cost per click for banner ads is really, really changing, and that is thanks to this mobile transition. Yeah, and I think we are going to see
John,
everyone
Julia, I was looking at the click-through rates the other day, right, on some of these mobile ads, 0.3% for dating. The highest was telecom.
Brian, that's for mobile banners. That's for mobile banners. If you look at mobile content, it's 1%, 2%, 3% click-through rates. That's what we see on our content at BuzzFeed. It moves minds in such a more powerful way, and it's a return to the old. It's a return to great content-driven advertising that David Ogilvy did. Banners never worked. They were a bad product for 20 years. Finally, mobile is happening. Finally, the great companies are going into these much better ad products, and it's working. We're back to where we should have been in the first place.
John Steinberg, great discussion as always, buddy. Thank you very much. Appreciate
it.
Julia Boorstin, take care. Have a great weekend. Julia, we'll talk to you soon.